Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Manchester United could let Cristiano Ronaldo leave in the January transfer window. Manchester United have seen a resurgence of their season after a horrific start with two defeats against Brighton and Hove Albion and Brentford in the first two league games. Since the two games, United have improved exponentially and the top four is within grasp. More than the results, it has been the team's performance that has caught people's attention. It has started to feel like United manager Erik ten Hag is slowly and steadily implying his vision for the team. There is a glimpse amongst the club faithful that we finally have a manager that can bring us success in the future. One particular issue for which the manager has received a lot of praise has been his handling of the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo, which could have the consequences of disrupting the rhythm of the team. After it was made clear that United will be playing in the UEFA Europa League this season, Ronaldo through his agent Jorge Mendes showed his desire to leave the club in search of Champions League football. Come to the end of the transfer window and no move would be finalized for the Portuguese due to two main factors. First, no top team showed concrete interest in acquiring the services of Ronaldo with his high wages. Secondly, Ten Hag was only willing to let the striker if a replacement can be found. It had all the calling of a turbulent relationship, which subsequently happened, with Ten Hag often using Ronaldo from the bench, something the player has not been used to in his illustrious career. Things had been boiling up and it came to another halt when Ronaldo walked into the tunnel when the game versus Tottenham was underway, hence igniting the fury of the gaffer. As a direct result, Ronaldo was dropped for the next league game against Chelsea, but now, according to The Sun, via Sky Sports, Manchester United are willing to firm its stance and let the player leave in the coming transfer window after crunch talks being held on Monday. Erik ten Hag set for face-to-face talks with Cristiano Ronaldo today. Cristiano Ronaldo has been excluded from the first team squad at Manchester since he refused to come on as a substitute against Tottenham last Wednesday. Erik ten Hag was rightfully furious at the decision his player made at Old Trafford last week. The Dutchman ensured to enforce his authority with his decision to remove Ronaldo from the setup. United players were given the day off on Monday following the fluctuated number of games they have played in the last 10 days. Ronaldo has been following his own fitness plan during his exclusion, according to the report from Man journalist Tyrone Marshall. Erik ten Hag is set to hold face-to-face talks with Cristiano Ronaldo on Tuesday before he welcomes him back into first-team training at Manchester United. Ten Hag is keen to find common ground with Cristiano Ronaldo and believes he still has a role to play in the United squad. Manchester United looking to offload Wan-Bissaka in January. Erik ten Hag was keen to add a new right-back to his Man United side in the summer transfer window. Serginho Dest was reported as the Dutchman's main choice at the time. A move for Dest was unable to materialize due to the fact United could not offload one of their current right-backs. Wan-Bissaka is the player in question. The Englishman has been affirmed as the second choice right-back under Ten Hag this season. Diogo Dalot's vast improvements have seen him favoured at the first choice right-back. However, Ten Hag wants to bring in a new right-back this January. Bayer Leverkusen Jeremie Frimpong has been watched many times by United's scouts ahead of the upcoming window. If United are to move for Frimpong this January, they would have to first offload Wan-Bissaka. According to a report from Fabrizio Romano, United are looking at a solution for the 24-year-old. He reported, Manchester United are trying to find a solution for Wan-Bissaka in January so they can sign a new right-back. The Englishman's former club Crystal Palace are said to be interested in re-signing the defender. A report from Jack Rosser states, Crystal Palace are open to bringing Wan-Bissaka back and are waiting for a final and firm decision over price and whether Manchester United would either let him leave on a loan or permanent deal. Manchester United sent scouts to watch Bayer Leverkusen fullback Jeremie Frimpong. According to Florian Plettenberg via his Twitter, Manchester United sent scouts to watch Bayer Leverkusen and Netherlands international Jeremie Frimpong as a prospective signing for the future. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's future has been in doubt since the appointment of Erik Ten Hag as United's manager, with the right back failing to convince the manager of his abilities to play from the back, something very crucial for the way the manager wants to play. Diogo Dalot has risen to the occasion and is undoubtedly the first choice right back, which is pretty evident considering he has played the most minutes of any United player. Although Dalot is impressive with his performances at a big club like United, there should always be competition for places, the absence of which can take the pressure off a player. Dalot needs competition for the position to maintain a level of performance of the team, and according to Fabrizio Romano, United have sent scouts to watch Bayer Leverkusen right back Jeremie Frimpong as a potential target for the coming transfer winter. Frimpong has established himself as a solid fullback in the Bundesliga with his electric pace and ability to cover his defense, and there would be no shortage of suitors for the Dutch considering his contract expires in June 2025, hence providing room for negotiations. Just in the case with Real Malaysia, Frimpong can provide tough competition to the first choice spot and holds the capacity to hold down on the position. Such has been his impressive performances in the past few seasons with Bayer Leverkusen. Ten Hag has identified a certain set of players as he targets in his initial transfer window with the club, and for the time being, his selection has been dignified, with all the signings made under him significantly improving the team. It should be said that the manager, along with his staff, has a good eye for talent, and we should trust his judgment moving forward. AC Milan star Mike Maignan could be an option for Manchester United in their goalkeeper hunt. Manchester United are looking to sign a goalkeeper, and AC Milan star Mike Maignan is being linked with the Red Devils as per Calcio style. The 27-year-old's representatives are looking to get the French national a move to the Premier League, and he might move to Manchester in the coming transfer windows. The shot stopper is keen on moving to England. However, Tottenham Hotspur are also interested in the former Lille Metropole star, as they look to find a long-term replacement for their captain Hugo Lloris. Maignan signed for the Rossoneri in the summer of 2021 after the departure of Donnarumma, who joined Paris Saint-Germain. However, the 27-year-old has not let Milan fans feel the absence of the Italian superstar. The Serie A giants won the Scudetto after an 11-year drought in the 21-22 campaign, and the French national was pivotal to Stefano Pioli's team lifting the coveted title. Maignan has been pivotal once again for Milan this season, until an injury forced him to the sidelines in the current campaign. The 27-year-old featured in 9 games, conceding 10 goals and keeping 2 clean sheets. At United, currently, David De Gea is the first choice in between the sticks. The Spaniard does not seem to have much competition for a place in the starting 11 since the departure of Dean Henderson. Erik Ten Hag was afforded to sign off Martin Dubravka in the recent transfer window. However, the Slovak is yet to feature for the Red Devils this season. De Gea has made some crucial errors in the current campaign. The 31-year-old also does not look comfortable with the ball at his feet, and playing out from the back is seemingly a prerequisite for Ten Hag. Thus, it remains to be seen whether Maignan will replace the Spaniard in the future. Manchester United handed a transfer blow in pursuit of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is undoubtedly going to be the most sought-after talent in Europe next summer. Manchester United are among a number of top European clubs who are looking to sign the Englishman. Bellingham has been an ever-growing talent since moving to the Bundesliga and joining Borussia Dortmund. The midfielder has been labelled as a generational talent during his time in Germany so far. The 19-year-old did come close to joining United before deciding to move to Dortmund. The Golden Boy nominee even visited United's training ground before departing Birmingham City for Germany. However, after just a short time in the Bundesliga, Bellingham is set to depart for a move across Europe. The Premier League and Spain have emerged as his most likely destinations so far. A new report, however, may have just dealt United a huge blow in pursuit of one of their main targets. According to Jorge Picon, Real Madrid may now be the favourites. He reports, Jude Bellingham's entourage tell Jorge Picon that the player wants to join Real Madrid next summer. He believes it's the best option for him. Bellingham knows that Kroos and Modric are close to the end of their careers and sees himself taking over after them and fitting next to Tchouaméni, Camavinga and Valverde in the new generation. Fabrizio Romano has also said, Real Madrid have a lot of money to spend on the transfer market and they absolutely want Jude Bellingham next summer. Manchester United rival Chelsea for a transfer of 22-year-old to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester United are reportedly interested in Lille striker Jonathan David as one potential option to replace Cristiano Ronaldo in the January transfer window. The Canada international has established himself as one of the top young forwards in the game in recent times, and it's easy to imagine him being an ideal fit for Man United's needs right now. The Daily Mirror claim he is one of a number of options being considered by the Red Devils manager Erik ten Hag amid doubts over Ronaldo's future as he struggles for playing time at Old Trafford. It could end up being an intriguing battle for David's signature, however, as Chelsea have also been strongly linked with him by John's Foto in recent times. David would also be an important addition to Graham Potter's squad as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang probably isn't a particularly long-term option and Chelsea have the edge over United in terms of currently being able to offer Champions League football. Man United are also linked with Bayer Leverkusen forward Patrick Schick and Lyon's Moussa Dembélé by the Mirror's report. Former Man United player Paul Pogba considered retirement from football after a blackmail threat from armed gang. Juventus midfielder Paul Pogba reportedly considered quitting football when he was threatened by an armed gang earlier this year. The France international, formerly of Manchester United, was allegedly threatened with blackmail by an armed gang who demanded 13 million euros from the player, according to Le Journal du Dimanche. Pogba supposedly told France he wanted to disappear and that he didn't want to play football anymore, with the incident clearly high traumatic for the 29-year-old. He had a hard time speaking. Then he told me that he and my little brother had been robbed by hooded guys with weapons, Pogba's friend Boubacar Kamara explained. Paul said to me, I don't want to play football anymore, I want to disappear. Paul was crying. I told him to calm down. He was afraid for his children, his wife, his family. It seems Pogba is no longer looking ready to retire, but it's sad to think that he was in such a bad frame of mind that he didn't want to continue playing. It's easy to forget that footballers are human too, and that being in the spotlight can sometimes put them in dangerous situation. Manchester United eye move for Atletico Madrid attacker Joao Felix in January. Manchester United need to add a new attacker to their ranks sooner rather than later. The lack of goals scored in comparison to chances created is a worrying stat at the moment. United have created a high number of chances in their last two games in particular, however, have only scored 3 goals. Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Antony struggled to find the net against Chelsea. Cristiano Ronaldo is also struggling in front of goal this season, whereas Anthony Martial is struggling to remain fit. United are in a desperate need for a striker. A report had emerged some weeks ago that United had turned to Joao Felix, a client of Ronaldo's agent Jorge Mendes. United could try to use Ronaldo in a deal to sign Felix. A new and emerging report has suggested that United could approach Atletico in January. This particular report suggests that United could sign Felix on a loan deal with an option to buy. The report comes from Pedro Almeida. In full he says, Manchester United will advance to Joao Felix in the winter market. The English club will try to loan the Portuguese player with a buy option in the deal. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.